Seeing yourself represented on screen is much more important than a lot of people seem to think. From children to adults, we all like to see a little of ourselves in the characters we love. For children, it gives them the confidence to be themselves, and for adults, it makes us feel valid and accepted, especially in a world where we grew up being told we don't belong. Queer representation in media has been picking up lately. There's no surplus or anything, but after so long of being swept under the rug, even a little bit of representation goes a long way. But what exactly makes good queer media? Is all queer representation good representation? My name is Aowen, and this is what I will be exploring in this video today. There are several examples we will be discussing today, so without further ado, let's open with a fun and fantastic piece of recent queer television.
Oh, a pirate's life. Sounds just right. Sounds quite nice, I could say that twice. Sounds quite nice.
Our Flag Means Death, in summary, is a pirate rom-com.
Hey, do you want to do something weird?
Incredibly funny, with interesting characters and some really compelling drama, this show has taken the queer community by storm after its debut earlier this year. And for good reason. This, in my opinion, is probably the best example of queer media to date. I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't already, and advocate to get it renewed for a second season.
What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nah, let's do it.
Nearly every character in Our Flag Means Death is queer in some way.
Have you ever been sketched?
The show follows Stede Bonnet, the gentleman pirate.
Hi all! Nice to be here. I may be landed gentry, but I'm thrilled to be granted entry.
He's just objectively bad at being a pirate,
My name's Stede. I'll be your robber here today.
but he somehow manages to sweep the dread pirate Blackbeard off his feet.
To the ship. You know, just for fun.
I don't have enough time to go in depth for every queer character here because there's just so many, but I will do my best to do this show justice.
Actually, I think I'm just so-so, but I've decided to carry myself like I'm cute.
Lucius, the scribe on the ship, is gay. He is with Black Pete in a sort of open relationship.
Keeping secrets. My mum thought I liked girls for years.
Jim, skilled assassin and knife thrower, and overall the most competent pirate on the crew of the Revenge, is non-binary, and played by a non-binary person. Stede is gay, and he and Blackbeard, Edward Teach, are madly in love with each other.
Well sussed.
Honestly, almost every character in the show is queer in some way. It's difficult to pinpoint exact labels for most of them because the representation is so prevalent and casual, you really can't separate it from the show.
And that bizarre little man over there likes you very much. And you like him.
Let's talk more about Stede and Ed. They are, unmistakably, in love.
Co-captain?
They appear to be smitten from the moment they meet, and have some ridiculously cute and funny moments together.
No one's very sweet.
From romantically charged sword fights, a minute-long improvised scene where they discuss a hypothetical restaurant, a tender moment shared in the moonlight, to the kiss they share near the end of the season, they're a bold and refreshing example of queer representation. Most shows that decide to include queer rep wait until at least the second season, and even then, they keep it subtle. Our Flag Means Death defies that.
You cut loose, you really cut loose.
It's a risky move if you want to get renewed for future seasons, but the writers refuse to make anything other than the truest and most genuine piece of diverse media that streaming services have to offer. What makes it more genuine than others? The main thing that makes good queer representation, to me, is to make it casual. What exactly does that mean? Well, it's a bit hard to describe, but essentially it boils down to a few things. 1. The draw of the show or character isn't specifically their queerness. It shouldn't be the only selling point. The characters should be complex, the queer aspects should be interwoven into the story in a compelling but natural way. This leads to point 2. 2. No making it a sort of spectacle. What I mean by this is, the media can't make us seem like something to gawk at like a zoo animal. So no advertising the show like, hey, look, this show has a gay person. Isn't that a bold move / weird / different? Or, hey, gay people, we put one of you in our show. Buy it. And no alienating the queer characters. A few antagonists or something can make a homophobic comment for conflict, But the majority of the characters should just be accepting and casual about it, as if they would for a straight couple. 3. Make it natural. There's not a single character whose entire personality is just, "Hi guys, I'm straight." So get rid of the characters who are just one-dimensional gay. We want a good character who happens to be queer. It's just who they are. Essentially, casual representation is just treating us like normal human beings who are valid. Our Flag Means Death does this with flying colors. Take Jim, for example. They start off pretending to be a man, but once they're revealed, they quickly clarify that they're not a woman.
Yeah, good old Jim.
So just, keep calling me Jim. Nothing's changed.
They assert that they still want to be called Jim, and everyone immediately accepts it without question. They may be pirates, but they still respect pronouns.
Jim's the kind of person where if they stabbed me, I'd be like, yeah, probably deserved it.
Oh, I would love to be stabbed by Jim.
And Jim also finds love. I think that's great. Oluwande loves them no matter what gender they present as.
Me gusta. ¿Es tu marido o están viviendo en pecado?
Él habla español, Nana.
Muy bien.
Mary Bonnet, Steed's wife back on land, is another great character. She isn't exactly shown to be queer, but she is a fantastic ally to Steed. This scene is one of the most sweet and tender scenes I've ever seen.
What's her name?
Ed. His name is Ed.
Coming out scenes can be so hard to get right, but this one is so true and genuine that I can't help but smile. She accepts him, and it's a relief for both of them. Neither of them were happy being married, but now they can be friends without any hatred towards each other. Okay, that was a lot. It's time we move on to our next example. So, to smoothly transition, let's move to another one directed by Taika Waititi, the actor for Blackbeard and a writer/director for Our Flag Means Death. I give you What We Do in the Shadows.
A goat? Whoa, 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 whoa! What kind of goat sorcery is this?
Don't sing if you want to live long. They have no use for your song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world.
Shadows is a comedy documentary series with a twist. It follows a pod of vampires. This mockumentary started as a film, then became a series following a different set of vampires. We'll focus on the series, which follows a pod of vampires living in Staten Island. Nandor?
I have lost 123 straight games of cornhole. I call this my bank zone.
Naja?
Thank you for saving us, but sorry, you're a mortal enemy. You got to die, babes.
Laszlo?
Where the f am I?
Colin Robinson, the energy vampire.
I feel like I have the power of 1,000 cowboys running through my veins right now.
And Guillermo, Nandor's familiar turned bodyguard.
My name is Guillermo de la Cruz. Not only am I his bodyguard, I am also his heart guard.
I don't know if I would say this one is more or less subtle than the others with its queer representation. It's definitely got some
Sick. Come on, you stinky. The library's open.
colorful language, but as of yet, there hasn't been any same-sex committed relationships. This doesn't mean it isn't a queer show, however. All of the vampires have been shown to be bi or pansexual. This has been explained in interviews, with the writers and actors agreeing that the vampires learn to not care about labels and what mortals think of them. When you live that long, you learn to see the appeal of pretty much everyone and you lose the social stigma. Laszlo and Naja are married, but their relationship is somewhat open. Both of them get involved with other people every once in a while, and they're both okay with that as long as it doesn't interfere with their relationship with each other.
Whoa. I got a cousin like that, but that's not me.
Really?
Laszlo is unashamed of his sexuality, comically so at times, and mentions this a lot.
Men, women, women, men. Women, women, women.
Guillermo is a fascinating character. I could make an entire essay on him, but for now, I'll focus on a few things. First of all, the general consensus is that he's gay. His actor is gay, so it makes sense. There's also a scene where he almost comes out to the vampires, but, well...
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It is tough. I mean, I remember being 10 or 11 when I first realized that I was...
Frankie put glass in the piccata and the restaurant comped us, so we got all the...
He has an odd will they, won't they thing going on with Nandor, and it's an amusing and interesting dynamic that they've been playing with a lot more in recent episodes.
No, I think that you should take him out one day after work and tell him how you feel. Could be he has feelings for you too.
Feelings? No, that's...
Season 4 is coming soon, so we'll just have to wait and see what they do with it. There's a lot more I could say, but frankly, that would need a lot of censoring. So let's move along to something Memo's actor, Harvey Guillen, is also in for like 4 episodes. That's right, another smooth transition.
Sounds like a regular wacko, a real son of a bitch.
This one will be much shorter than the other 2, mostly because I'm only going to talk about one character. First, some context. Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist is a show that follows a woman working at a tech company who develops strange powers after an earthquake occurs when she's getting an MRI. She can hear what she refers to as heart songs, which are sung to her in elaborate song and dance numbers by the people around her. These songs can't be heard or seen by anyone else, but they convey the inner feelings and thoughts of the person singing them. Her landlord/neighbor Mo helps her figure her new powers out, and remains as a supportive friend and confidant through the rest of the show.
No, but I'm an open-minded person. I'm willing to roll with this.
Mo is gender fluid and gay, typically presenting feminine but going by he/him pronouns, though he mentions in one episode that he doesn't mind she, her, or they, them pronouns either. Mo is probably the first explicitly gender fluid character I've ever seen. And there's a really good episode where he battles with his devotion to his faith and their desire to be herself.
I know he's gender fluid.
You do?
Yeah, Mo's out to me.
The episode ends with him being able to do both at once, with their fellow choir members accepting her as he is. This is such a sweet message, and I just adore it when a character can be both religious and queer. I usually don't like the sassy queer best friend character trope. It's just highly unrealistic to have a token gay person in a friend group. Usually it's the token straight person in a group of gay friends. But I will make an exception here because we don't have explicit gender fluid representation pretty much anywhere else, and Mo is a very good friend to Zoey when she needs him most. Okay, I'm out of the way to connect the next things I'll mention, so let's move on.
Well, I'll be damned. It's not that bad when you get used to it.
Good Omens is a book by Neil Gaiman and Sir Terry Pratchett, and it was adapted into a TV show. In both forms of the story, the main characters are canonically in love. These characters are Aziraphale, a book-loving angel, and Crowley, a demon who I can only describe as a disaster gay.
Still a demon, then?
What kind of stupid questions that? Still a demon? What else am I going to be, an aardvark?
Deep down, you really are quite a nice...
Shut it! I'm a demon, I'm not nice. I'm never nice. Nice is a four-letter word. I will
Usually presenting masculine, these characters happen to be both no gender and every gender at once. They're an angel and a demon. They can change their forms at will. It really doesn't matter to them.
I am an angel, you are a demon. We're hereditary enemies. Get thee behind me, foul fiend. After you.
They don't really explicitly show any of this, however. There's no kissing or hand-holding or love confessions. There's no, hey, I go by she, her pronouns today. It just kind of is. Frankly, it's the most casually queer you can get. They're just in love. They're just pining over each other, and they show it through their devotion and actions.
Oh Lord, heal this bike. I got carried away.
Representation doesn't have to be on the nose to be good representation. Some people disagree, but I don't care. They're finishing up the second season, so we'll have to wait and see if there's anything more direct. I don't think I mind either way. You can tell they love each other, and that's all that matters to me.
Animals don't kill each other with clever machines, Angel. Only humans do that.
Crowley.
I don't have, any more time, so I'm going to rapid fire as many queer characters as I can think of. Time for a lightning round. And honorable mention, the Owl House. Luz and Amity become girlfriends and share cute on-screen moments together. Luz is bisexual and Amity is lesbian. Rain is non-binary. It's excellent, but I'm mad at Disney for cutting the show short, and we all know why. Now, let's rapid fire some factors that make horrible queer rep. 1. Killing off the queer character. 2. Making the queer character every stereotype and nothing else. 3. The queerness is played for jokes. 4. The queer representation is used solely as a marketing tactic. 5. The queer content gets cut out before they deliver it to other countries. 6. The straight gay teen. 7. Other queerbaity/creepy stuff. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting these examples of queer media. We exist, we are valid, and we will stand strong against streaming services and stupid legislation trying to silence us. Let me know what you think makes good queer representation in the comments, and have a great day.